This year's 12/12 portal falls on December 12th, and it coincides with the powerful new moon in Sagittarius. What does this mean to you? This energetic gateway brings about enormous change, allows us to broaden our perspective, and most importantly, actualize our dreams, realize our potential, and fulfill our life purpose. A lot to uncover, so let's dive right in. The universe is encoded with the number 12. If you think about it, there are 12 hours in a day, there are 12 months in a year. It shows us that the life is cyclical, that it follows the universal law of rhythm, that everything keeps moving a perfect circle, bringing us to the next level of our growth, next level of our opportunities, next level of our potential. 12 carries with its vibration of both completion, achievement, and accomplishment, but also the dawn of something new. And this particular portal in 2023 on December 12th carries additional power within it because it falls on new moon in Sagittarius at 20 degrees. And Sagittarius brings us enormous wisdom, positivity, optimism, and new opportunities for accomplishment. New moon is the perfect energy to start something new. So this portal, which you may have felt for the last 2 weeks as it's been opening and the energies have been intensifying for culmination today, and then the next 2 weeks of this energy floating through your bodies, through your consciousness, what you'll notice is that this portal has magnificent opportunity to, first of all, complete something, a cycle in your life that no longer serves you. It has potential to hold destructive patterns, behaviors, ways that you unconsciously self-sabotage yourself or keep yourself small. And the new moon gives you the impetus that you need in order to instill change, to bring about new perspective, to broaden your look at life and what's possible for you. So these are beautiful energies. However, you may have experienced them as turbulence, as discomfort. How many of you have had a hard time sleeping recently or could not wake up? Maybe you slept like a bird in winter for 12, 14 hours, getting up, being exhausted. All of that is a sign of the energies pouring into you, bringing the light codes, which, by the way, activate your Merkaba, your light body. But also these frequencies, being of a higher vibration, are pushing to the surface whatever lower vibrations you're holding. Just like oil floats to the surface in the water, so does your discordant, polarized energies that are pushed up for clearing. They are brought to your awareness. And the more we resist that change, the more we resist the nudge from the universe and the gentle encouragement from your soul to release that which no longer holds you, the more powerfully you will experience these energies of purge, clearing, and canceling that which no longer serves you. So how many of you have experienced perhaps unpleasant events in the last 2 weeks? Perhaps old relationships that you've been avoiding or trying to resolve are coming to this culmination point that's almost make it or break it. Perhaps you've had dreams with memories of people you haven't seen in decades, situations that happened a long, long time ago that you thought that you buried really well. They are all resurfacing because they are holding you back from embracing this energy of 12-12 portal that's encouraging a new cycle, a new opportunity for growth. And the more you resisted the past, the angrier, the more violent this new situation presented itself, because your higher self, your soul, is essentially yanking you out of the status quo that you've been existing in. It's forcing you through this catalytic change to embrace the new opportunity. And often when we think about our past, even though that we don't like it, even though it keeps us miserable, perhaps it keeps you in struggle, yet it feels familiar. And there is comfort in the discomfort as long as we know it, as long as it just perpetuates the way the things always have been. But it's time to finally let go. It's time to give us permission to reach for something different, to engage in different opportunities. And what you usually find out is that when you finally pry your fingers open from holding tight to what was and who you have been, then the new version of you is super magnificent, is amazing. It's everything you hoped for. You just had to make that leap of faith and know that the universe will catch you as you fall. In fact, not only it will catch you, it will put you on a brand new path, the path that belongs to you, the path of expansion, growth, abundance, creativity, all within your reach. If you just give yourself permission to cut the cord that keeps holding you to the past. I encourage every one of you to ride this portal, to flow with it. Let these energies show you what no longer serves you. Let the people that have negative experience on your life show up in your face again if they must, so that you finally release that relationship. Perhaps situations, the problems, if you're having money problems, perhaps you need to just have another tire blow up or another appliance to break down for you to realize, you know what, I am an abundant being. I don't need to struggle. It's not part of my makeup. What would you like to overhaul in your life and say, you know what, I've been doing this and that, and it produced this and that, but you know what, I'm done with it. I played with that toy. I got bored with it. I'm going to reach for a new toy. Because we don't have to judge what brought us to this moment. In fact, it's perfect. Whether good or bad, it brought you to the consciousness that you are in right now that says, I'm ready to reach for something new. So be thankful for the past because it carried you to the present moment. And instead of pulling you back, it can give you impetus to reach for something new. But you have to change the story. Most of negative experiences carry a very bad story with them. And we get hung up on that. That story that disempowers us in our subconscious mind is protecting us from this incident or situation occurring again. It also validates the pain that we've gone through, the hurt, shame, guilt, sadness, all the emotions that were attached to that core wound. But what if you change the story? What if you looked at the past and say, I love the hell out of it? Yeah, it was painful. It was unpleasant. But boy, did I learn from it. I could not be the person that I am today. I would not be birthed into this consciousness had I not experienced that situation in the past. So why keep yourself from becoming the next version of yourself when you can build upon the version that you are now instead of rejecting that experience or the aspect of yourself? Many people go into resignation and apathy as a way of dealing with something that happened before. It's the kind of belief that says, why should I even try? I tried, I failed, I was hurt by others, I was judged. I shall not do it again. Some of you will go into regret. I should have, I could have, I might have. And then you run on the potentiality that you are not even given a chance to explore because you're just regretting everything that happened, which keeps you stuck in that situation. But what if the choice that you made at that time was the perfect choice for you? It carried a lesson, the lesson that you would never acquire had you not made that choice. So even if your choice led to bleeding finger or sadness, turbulence in your life, didn't bring you to something new, didn't give you power, wisdom, and knowledge of where you want to go next, what if there was higher wisdom in that experience that you simply neglected to acknowledge? What if you changed that story from disempowerment to the story of learning? You were figuring it out. You were doing the best that you could at the time that it happened. Perhaps you were very little, and you were at mercy of other people and circumstances. So you dealt with it the best way that you could. But you are here today, and it can be your day of freedom. It can be the day when you decide that you no longer hold yourself through the standards of what happened to you, that you will embrace the possibility of where you're going next. Today could be the day when you collapse a brand new timeline in your existence that is no longer determined by the steps you have taken up to this point. Today, you can leave the track that you've been traveling on and program a brand new address in your GPS guide. You can jump and simply leave the past behind. In fact, you can never recreate it. It already happened. You've been there, you've done this, you've got a t-shirt in a closet. What if you took that t-shirt and burned it and go shopping for new clothes? What if you try on something new? What holds us back from embracing change is fear. Could you make fear your friend? Instead of running away from it, what if you looked the bully in the eye and say, I see you, I hear you, I know what you're doing. What if fear is just a little girl or boy that's so scared that there's no one to acknowledge it? What if you loved that fear? What if you gave it some love? What if you said to fear, I love the way you are. I know you're trying to protect me. I know you're trying to keep me safe, but I know you're in fear yourself. But I've got you. I'm strong enough for both of us. I'll take you, I'll grab your hand, and we'll do it together. What if fear was your little inner child, simply scared, saying, love me, protect me, appreciate me? Because the moment we love the part of us that is in fear, it can melt, it can relax, it can go on a journey with us, it can be our friend. It tells us that something cool and new is happening in your life. Because when you do the same things over and over again, there is no need for fear to show up. You're running on the same program, creating the same outcomes, being stuck in the same situation. But when the fear shows up, it says, hey, you're onto something new. You're doing a big thing. I'm here to tell you that it's happening, and it's happening now. And it's so cool and it's so beautiful because you're reaching out for something completely different in your life. So isn't fear a great messenger for you? Shouldn't you celebrate that when it shows up and wonder where it's gone when it's so peaceful and quiet? Is it possible that when you have no fear at all, you just plateaued? There's nothing going on. What if your fear was the voice of your soul, a nudge that says, hey, stick your head out, take a risk. There is a brand new world outside the window if you just open it and let the breeze come in. So embrace the new possibility and allow the old you to be released. The same way the snake sheds its old skin when it's ready to build a brand new skeleton. It's all okay. Whatever happened, there was a purpose to it. There was wisdom in it. There was higher consciousness catalyzing change within you. So why dwell on it? Let's just let it go. If you're resonating with these messages about the 1212 portal, then make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so I can share more messages with you in the upcoming days. Till next time.